You could buy 2 or more if you want to, AR-15s, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and take that weapon that was originally designed for use on the battlefields in Vietnam to penetrate an enemy soldier's helmet at 500 feet and knock him down dead. Up against kids at 5 feet. It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
Now, obviously, you killed at White Mom Def Comedy Jam, but in all seriousness, what is your hope at real change and real discourse when stuff like this happens?
You know, I was in Mineral Wells, which is another one of these reliably conservative, more rural than not red places in Texas. And that room was packed. And yes, there were people that we invited in who were there to protest my visit. I said, come on in. They're holding up their Greg Abbott signs. You can ask a question as well. We'll give you the microphone. But the sentiment overwhelmingly.
Did you feel like those people that you welcomed in are willing to engage in a good faith conversation?
Well, those guys, not so much, laughing at the death of 19 kids and 2 teachers in Uvalde. But more often than not, folks are willing to. And they're always surprised when, they think that there's going to be this like antagonistic showdown when they're holding their signs, Beto go home or you suck, and they're wearing their AR-15s and all their guns. And I'm like, hey, you can come into this meeting as well. This is open to everybody. I want to hear what's going on in this town. And if you don't speak up, I won't know the full story. And, I don't know that wins them over in order to vote for me. Clearly not sufficiently enough, but I sure as hell learned a lot. And as corny as this sounds, that makes me so optimistic for this country. We can online hate the shit out of one another and say all the ugly, terrible things that we do safely at a distance when we don't have to see each other's faces. In that same room together, man, something powerful happens and comes together. And yes, that gives me hope. And here's the other thing. These kids who are watching all this stuff happen, who see school shooting after school shooting after school shooting, who see us not taking action on climate change, who see what's going on in Gaza right now and the complicity of the United States, and folks in power don't do a fucking thing to change it. If they don't see that there are champions for the truth, even if it comes at political cost to some of us personally, I worry that they give up on this system. And soon enough, a government of the many that can't get the job done, well, maybe I'm open to a government of the few, or maybe just a government of one, or who gives a shit? This stuff doesn't work. So we can't allow people to become cynical or to, give into the temptation to give in or to give up or to despair. We got to fight and we got to try.